There are more questions tonight surrounding state licenses awarded in December for 61 brand new marijuana dispensaries. Now, nearly 2/3 of those new licenses went to just 6 companies, leading to lawsuits and also to questions about the process. It's also the subject of a Politics Now investigation. And co-host Patrick Walker shows us that board overseeing the department that issued the licenses is also asking questions.
There are more questions coming to light surrounding how the Department of Taxation, which oversees the state's marijuana industry, selected who did and did not receive licenses to build more dispensaries. Through a public records request, we've uncovered that at least one tax commissioner has a lot of questions about how the state scored and issued preliminary dispensary licenses back in December. Longtime tax commissioner George Kalesis sent a list to Commission Chair Jim DeVold with 31 questions, like where in the regulations is it permissible to hire third parties as graders? Why was this function not retained within the department? What qualifications does manpower have to provide these individuals? What training did these graders receive? We filed an additional records request to try to see what answers he received. The Grove Dispensary is one of a dozen involved in one lawsuit, and they're asking similar questions of the department and its administrators.
And I said, I just don't understand. How is it that we got no licenses? And he said, sorry, man. And I said, well, okay, but what criteria did you use? I don't understand how the process was run. He explained to me that, by the way, the process, these 462 applications, were scored by 6 manpower employees.
The state collected nearly $70 million in taxes the first year of recreational marijuana sales. The first thing the money funds is the cost to regulate the industry. The state hired temporary workers in Carson City to score and rank the applications instead of state staff. In a sworn affidavit after another similar lawsuit in December, Health Program Manager Steve Gilbert, in charge of the process of scoring the applications, answered some questions, saying the graders affirmed, quote, they didn't have any personal or business relationships to the marijuana industry, end quote. But beyond that, the state has neither said anything about who the graders are nor their qualifications.
I'm alarmed by the fact that they use temp workers.
Attorney and former Secretary of State Ross Miller is representing the Grove and its co-complainants.
So the fact that they contracted it out to some temporary employees shouldn't give them any additional basis to keep this process secret.
A Department of Taxation spokesperson says the agency does not comment on pending litigation, but in a statement told us, quote, from the outset, the department has been as transparent as we can without violating the confidentiality of license applicants. The department remains committed to the principle of transparency and will continue to provide it in every manner possible that does not put us in violation of Nevada law or administrative code. Patrick Walker, 8 News Now.
One final note here, the Tax Commission had a meeting scheduled for today to discuss issues related to marijuana, but that meeting was canceled Friday morning.